Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Way Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about an upcoming new condominium in the east. This condo is located near Flora Drive, near the Changi Prison Complex. This condo is known as the Cassia. I know at this junction, some of you here will say, Alan, you sure or not? This location is very ulu. Confirm lose money one. Some more near Changi Prison. The feng shui is very bad. Really? Hearsay, or do you go and do your own research? I doubt you even have time for it. Anyway, I'll be doing a SWOT analysis and see if this is truly a project that you can consider to make money or to avoid altogether. Here, let's go. Let's touch on the site details first. Cassia is sitting on legacy land owned by the developers since they developed many of the older condos in the Flora Drive area, from Azalea Park, Balota Park, Carissa Park, Dahlia Park, Edelweiss Park, Estella Garden, Ferreira Park, The Gales, H Park, Jovel, and finally the flower blooms at Cassia. If you have noticed, all the names are associated with flowers. The developers have been land banking as far back as in the 1990s based on URA planning records. Subsequently, the land was subdivided into smaller plots to be redeveloped. Do you know, back in 2013, there was already outline planning permission to build condos. However, the plan was put on hold. It was only in 2024 before they execute their plans to develop this last plot of land they have been holding onto. The exact location is along Flora Drive, just in front of the Jovel condo and opposite Palms Isles condo. If you travel towards the north along Flora Road, you will be going towards Pasir Ris Town. If you head towards the south along Upper Changi Road North, you'll be going towards the city. Back to the site plan, simple. 4 tower blocks on a regular plot of land that measure 14,000 square meter. The plot ratio is 1.53. This means the maximum GFA is 21,000 square meter. The tenure of the land is estate in perpetuity or freehold in short. The clubhouse and main swimming pool are located at the center. It also comes with a basement car park. TOP is in November 2027. The new development will comprise a mixture of 1 bedroom to 4 bedrooms. This is a unique mix. There is a mixture of 1 and 2 bedrooms mainly for investors. The 3 and 4 bedrooms are targeted at those who are buying for their own stay. However, if you have money, you can also invest in the bigger units. Remember, in my previous video on new homes, which bedroom type will hoard the most? If you watch it, I believe you have know the answer. Anyway, this is some of the artist's impression of this new development. There are close to 36 facilities from the usual swimming pools, children pool to BBQ pits. There is also a gym, floating pavilion, picnic lawn, viewing deck, clubhouse and even a mini waterfall. Sorry, there are no tennis court, only a play court. Do you know why developers nowadays don't build tennis court? Well, tennis court take up a lot of space and the utilization rate is low today. Not many people play nowadays. Hence, without a tennis court, it doesn't make any difference to your property value. Next, let's go to the typical floor plan. The 1 bedroom measures 44 square meter. As usual, it comes with an open concept kitchen. The balcony is fronting the living room. As reported, the price starts from 800XX. This means this kind of unit will be highly sourced by budget conscious investors. As for the 2 bedrooms, their typical size measure from 61 square meter. The showframe will be displaying the dumbbell layout with the bedrooms on either side of the living room, followed by an open concept kitchen. Price start from 1.1 million. Pretty attractive for the freehold project, even for an ulu location. Next, we have the 3 bedrooms. There are a few layouts and sizes. I will only show you the bigger one that measures 98 square meter. It comes with 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. There is also a household shelter along the walkway and an enclosed kitchen. I realized that CDL know how to design houses. That is why their product usually moves. Price-wise, it will be going from 1.6 million upwards. Then there will be the 4-bedder that measure 1 to 5 square meter. Pretty decent size with functional space. It comes with 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. And an enclosed kitchen with a yard area. If you can afford it, I would highly recommend you to go for such units. Price start from 2.4 million. So much about the floor plans. Let's dive straight into the SWOT analysis. In terms of location, this is a Flora Drive location. Let's face it, it's either you love it or hate it. But if you are those who are looking for only new freehold condos in the east and can no longer afford those in the Tanjong Katong area, then this will be your next best bet. Another strength is the developer track record. Needless to say, CDL, Hong Leong and TDID are familiar names to most Singaporeans. They are a reputable homegrown company with sound finances and known for their design and workmanship. I hardly hear a client complain about CDL project. Simple as that. Let's take a look at the site map. Location-wise, it's not near any MRT station except for the upcoming station along the Cross Island Line, Pasir Ris East Station. That is also not near. You still have to take a feeder bus to reach the train station. As for schools, sorry ho, there are no primary or secondary school within the 2 km mark. Cham, other than the Japanese primary school. Anyway, since the land is right in front of the road, it's either you face the road and hear the road noise, or face the west sun. Otherwise, you go for inwards facing. Technically, it is facing the morning sun, but face another neighboring condo. Sian. For such a condo, I humbly suggest you go for the low to mid-floor units. At least you can see the pool and greenery view. Anyway, this is considered a small to mid-sized development with 274 units. Not too huge and not too small to have an economy of scale. But I can only say at least there will be sufficient volume to have meaningful resale transaction going forward. Let's zoom into the opportunity. Can you make money or not? Firstly, what kind of pricing do you think the developers will be selling this site for? This is a legacy land after all. This means their land cost is basically low to start with. However, don't expect the developer to sell you cheap. Nearby freehold Park Como is already trending at 1783 PSF. How can the developers be selling cheaper than it? If they sell cheaper than Park Como, I'm sure it will be fully sold on launch day. Based on the guide price, take note the actual pricing will only be known on balloting day. Here I'm very sure some of you will say it's expensive for such a location. I can still recall when Park Como was selling at 1,400 to 1,700 per square feet on launch. Many also say it is expensive. Today, what happened? All make money. Simple as that. Then some will say, Alan, that time is COVID. That's why prices is low. My question to you here is, have you bought anything so far? If you have bought something after COVID, I'm very happy for you. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Waiting for the next pandemic to crash the market? Sorry ho, by then you'll be fearful for your job security instead. Here, when I was doing this video, I saw another potential opportunity. Could there be a new MRT station in the Flora Drive area? Since the Cross Island Line plying from Pasir Ris Station to Pasir Ris East, followed by Loyang and end at Aviation Park, could there be another offshoot line plying from Pasir Ris East southwards to the Flora Drive area? Since there are a lot of condos, factories and even those that work in the prison. Currently, the only empty plot of land used to be on the former Changi prison. What is being preserved is a 180-meter stretch of wall, 2 towers and its entrance gate. The demolition of the former prison was carried out in 2004. The land has been basically left empty for the past decades. Unless this piece of land is returned back to the state and rezoned from civil and community institution to transport use. This is also in line with LTA Land Transport Master Plan 2040. To reach the nearest town centre within 20 minutes and 45 minutes travelling time to the city. This will only be achievable via a MRT station. If that is really happening, that could be part of the Greater East Coast Plan. All owner in Flora Drive, big what? As usual, my only concern is the timing of the market. As we all know, property prices are at their all-time high. Will it continue to go further up or will it come down? Seriously, nobody will know. Always buy to wait and not wait to buy. Later, you'll be priced out of the market. That's why many sitting on the sideline have missed boats after boats. Once again, are there other competitors out there? There is only one upcoming in Tampines North. But that is a mixed development and a different product altogether. Other than the nearby resale properties, if you find the prices on the high side, you can always explore an option with the cheaper resale properties. There is always your calling. Here, can buy or buy. It all boils down if you can accept this location and if you are only gunning for freehold properties. Some will also have concern that it is near a prison. As I said before in my earlier video, all the condos in this area all huat. If you had bought them 10 years ago, you huat even more. Do you get the idea? The other concern is the accessibility. If you don't drive, it can be pretty challenging to get around. If you love peace and want to stay away from the city, yet you want to stay in the east in a freehold setting, then what are you waiting for? The preview is on the 6th of July and booking is on the 20th of July. If you are keen, please register your interest with me. Before we end this video, I want to talk about the Singapore Prison Service. When I was there, I saw this sign. It read, Singapore Prison Service, Captain of Life, Rehab, Rebuild, Restart. I find this slogan very meaningful. Do you know, I always have high respect for our prison services. Singapore prison is unlike other prisons elsewhere in the world. They really got standard. Our prison officers ensure the safe and secure custody of inmates alongside family members and the community in rehabilitation and reintegrating inmates. That is why the Captain of Life inspire and steer inmates to take ownership of their rehabilitation and be responsible and contributing citizens. Once again, well done Singapore Prison Services. For those that want to volunteer with them, I will leave the links in the description below. You can contact them directly. Thank you for watching.